Welcome to Beyond the Podium. I'm Mark Hespen. Joining me today is Democrat Josh Langfelder, who's been Sangamon County Recorder since 2008. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning.
All right, so let's jump into it. Starting since 2008, what has changed for you on the job, in these 16 years of being the county recorder?
Well, a lot of modernization. When I took office, we ended up implementing electronic recording. So basically, title companies, banks, and law firms do not have to come into the county building to record. They don't have to submit paper documents anymore. They can do it straight from their office. So they can continue to stay at their office, do their work, send it in, and we record it within a minute and send it back to them. So it's more efficient that way. And then also in 2009, when I got sworn in 2009, we ended up implementing a program called Property Fraud Alert. And that's been a huge issue throughout the country and coming into Sangamon County.
You mentioned Property Fraud Alert, so let's jump on that and stay with that. It is a program that you started, you said in 2009. You mentioned in a previous interview, one of your goals is to get more people signed up for that. Explain exactly what that is and why would it be important to get more people signed up into it?
Yes, it's a huge issue right now. It started on the coast, obviously, and kind of migrates to the middle, just like style. But what happened is property fraud, people can come in, it's very easy. People come in and do a quick claim deed, quick claim your name off your property, and then they wait and see what happens. They prey on elderly, people that do not have a mortgage, and then vacant landowners. So what they do is they come in, record a deed, they see if you notice anything, and then if you don't, they'll go and either get a mortgage or they'll sell their property out from underneath you. So what we've done is promoted that. Since 2009, it's kind of gradually worked its way up to getting more and more people on there. But right now we have over 20,000 people signed up. And the way it works is that you put in your name, so you register in your name, so Josh Langfelder would be in there. And then what happens, you select either a text message, voice call, or email. And once a document gets recorded underneath the name you register, you'll be notified immediately. So within 24 hours, you're notified, rather than later on down the road and you find out, oh, my property just got stolen. What do I do? Now you have court cases, you have attorney fees and everything like that. We start the process immediately. We'll get you up to the state's attorney to start the process of trying to get this document expunged.
There you go. And I want to talk a little bit about your opponent, Frank Lesko. He has a unique plan coming out saying he wants to merge your office with the county clerk office. Thoughts on that? Is it something you support, or if you oppose it, why exactly is it something that you're not in favor of?
I think it's a bad idea. Obviously, it's a political gimmick right now. It's something that he is trying to run on. The issue with it now is because he got interviewed 2 weeks prior to that and said the office runs great, not going to make any changes. Now, all of a sudden, fast forward, now it's going to be let's do away with the office. The clerk's office, and I know a lot of counties throughout the state have done that. If your population is less than 65,000, you have merged offices, but populations of greater than 65,000, you have split duties, because the election authority is the clerk. And right now, what they do is they're so focused on elections that 45 days out before an election, they're doing nothing but elections. They control vital records and all that information, where the recorder's office is a very important office right now, like I said, with Property Fraud Alert and other issues with regards to electronic recording and keeping the integrity of the documents and the land records. It's a very important office. The clerk's office, like I said, maintains elections, vital records, and their main focus is the elections. They would not have time, so to speak, to focus their main goal on getting documents recorded in a timely manner for title companies, banks, and law firms. And then also on the other side, it's the quote-unquote, it's going to save taxpayer money. My office is a fee-generating office. We do not use taxpayer money. It's all generated by fees off recordings. So my office basically returns back to the county to fund other offices almost $600,000 a year. So the essence of it's going to save taxpayer money, totally a political gimmick by any means. What we need to do is maintain that recorder's office, maintain the integrity of land ownership, and the importance of filing the documents in a timely manner.
One of the other talking points in this election for the recorder's office has been the idea of mailing out licenses versus how things are getting delivered. You mentioned at the start, modernization is something that you've seen change drastically in your 16 years in office. So speak a little bit about that and the process of, is there better ways to maybe modernize that in the future, or is this something that's, hey, good old mail works just fine?
Mail's slow. When there's documents that come in that are, they call them problem documents, you have statutory requirements that you have to do on a document. You have certain things that need to be on a document in order to process it. So when those documents come in, if there is a problem and you have to send it back to a title company, a bank, or a law firm, it's going to take more time. You know, it's called snail mail for a reason. It's going to go back to the preparer who sent it in to us and say, you know, you need a legal description or a grantor or grantee's name on the document, maybe a signature. Whereas there, it's going to probably take 2 weeks by the time it gets back to them and then back to us. Where when you have electronic filing, that comes in immediately. It's just like email. So it comes in, you have certified vendors that submit to us. They submit those documents, we process it, we review the document, make sure it's correct, and then we send it back to them. And we get that back within a minute to them. And right now, since I've implemented electronic recording, we've gotten over 70% of our recordings electronically. So it's more efficient. My office is an efficient, streamlined office. Since I've taken office, we've had a reduced staff. We have 9 people in my office. Prior to me, there was 21. So we've really streamlined efficiencies in that office, streamlined the office, made it more efficient, and given the taxpayers back money over the life of my tenure there.
All right, before we wrap up, Mr. Langfelder, we want to give you an opportunity to sell yourself to the voters here in Sangamon County. Why 4 more years of Josh Langfelder?
Well, I want to ask the voters for their support. I've done a great job as Sangamon County Recorder for the past 4 terms. We're in a professional office and not a political office. We streamlined our efforts in making this a more efficient office. We've given taxpayers back their money every year, almost in excess of $600,000 each year. And you know, with efficiencies and our operation that we've done, it's been clear that I deserve another 4 years. With the recorder's office, it's a very important office. You know, we instituted property fraud alert to protect people's most valuable assets, their home. We've initiated honor rewards program for military veterans that when they file their DD-214s with us, they get an ID card, which then they can go out to businesses to get discounts on various things. And then also just getting out to the public and helping out going out with our mobile units and giving our services on Saturdays. So for the people that cannot come into the county building, we're out there giving those services to them, giving them a copy of their deed, signing them up for property fraud alert, and also making sure they have their tax exemptions on their property taxes. So I look at my professionalism as a banker, being in banking for 15 years, utilizing that office, and then now coming on the other side and using my banking experience and also being as the recorder, helping out title companies, banks, and property and law firms, letting them know, hey, this document needs to be recorded, helping them with searches, and making sure that the integrity of land ownership is the top priority of my office.
Thank you, Josh. This has been Beyond the Podium. Thank you to Mr. Langfelder for stopping by, the Democratic incumbent of the Sangamon County Recorder.
Don't miss a video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today for more Central Illinois news.